All right, happy to have you. Thanks so much for being here. Take care of yourself. This is the name of the game. So whatever that means, if that means following along, or if you're going to do some kind of your own because what we're in just doesn't feel great, that's perfectly fine too. Be kind, be gentle. We're going to check in with that intensity level and make sure that it's never above like a 7 or an 8 max. Always kind of 6 or 7, so you can really focus on that good deep breathing. All right, sitting up nice and tall. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. You can have those feet out and away from you or as close in as you like. Just be nice to the knees, listen to your hips. If this is kind of the first active thing that you've been doing, if you've been up and around, but not necessarily mindfully moving, be nice, okay? Take it easy. Let it happen as it's ready to, and just let those knees open. You're not going to force anything. You can kind of just flap your wings a little bit if you want to, up and down, side to side. Just see how those hips are feeling today. And then let yourself settle. Sit up nice and tall. Let those hands rest just above the ankles. Lifting through the chest. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Take a second. What parts of your being do you notice against the floor? Check in with your breath. Feeling the rise and fall of your tummy and your chest. Feel the softness in your jaw, in your eyes. Improving the flow of energy, helping to remove blockages along the way. Encouraging blood flow. Of letting go of negative energy, letting go of anything heavy, and allowing ourselves to be present just right here. Release your hands, slide those feet forward just a little bit, and then just round it over. Let your hands come to rest wherever you want. Let your upper body be heavy. Support with your hands as much as you need to. If you don't really need the support of your hands and you feel like it's right to do, extend those arms out. Walk your hands out in front, sinking a little deeper into your stretch. Little tuck of your chin. Starting at your tailbone, ever so slowly ragdoll your way up. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's crisscross those legs, putting that right leg in front. Bring your hands down by your sides. Press your palms towards the ground. And as you exhale, lean your head to the right. And press your left palm down towards the ground. Just close your eyes, relax your jaw. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, lean your head to the left. And press your right palm down towards the ground. Close your eyes. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, bring your chin down towards your chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Reach it high. And as you exhale, release that left hand down. Right arm up and over. Give a little push with that left hand. Lift the right side of your rib cage. Turn and look up along the inside of your right arm. As you exhale, roll your tummy and chest down towards that left thigh. Reach out through your right fingertips. Let your head be heavy. We once again roll it back open, tummy and chest open to the front. And inhale, rise, both arms reach up. And then exhale, release that right hand down, left arm up and over. Give a little push with that right hand. Lift the left side of the rib cage. Turn and look up along the inside of that left arm. Make sure you breathe in, not holding your breath. As you exhale, release your tummy and chest down towards your thigh. Reach out through those left fingertips. Let your head be heavy. We once again roll it back open, opening the tummy and chest, reaching out to the side. Inhale, both arms come up, reach it high. As you exhale, turn to the left. Right hand to the top of the thigh, left hands behind us, sit up as tall as you can, and then turn and look out over your back shoulder. Press your right shoulder down and away, and then a little gentle tuck of your chin down towards that left collarbone. Big, full, deep breaths. Inhale, reach it high, turn it back to face front. And as you exhale, we turn to the right. Left hand to the top of the thigh, right hand behind you, sit up as tall as you can sit, turn and look out over that back shoulder. Left shoulder presses down and away, and a little tuck of your chin down towards your collarbone. Inhaling it back to center, arms come overhead, and then gently float those arms down by your sides. Rock it back and switch. Other leg is in front. We bring the hands to the shins just below the knees. Take a big breath in, press the chest forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow your tummy and chest, press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. One more time each way. Press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Release your hands down by your sides. Once again, press your palms towards the ground. And as you exhale, lean your head to the right. Right ear just gently falling towards your right shoulder. Left palm presses down. And then a slow, gentle turn of your chin down towards your right collarbone. Just go slowly because this can sneak up pretty quickly to be pretty intense. Turning your face back towards front. And inhale, head up nice and tall. And then gently lean your head to the left, pressing that right palm down towards the ground. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Really checking in with what you feel. And then as you exhale, slowly, gently turn your chin down towards that left collarbone. Again, slow and steady, stopping whenever it feels right. Definitely better on this side for me. It always amazes me. Sometimes the imbalances within the body, how one side is way tighter than the other. We're just working to improve those. And then turn your face back towards front and gently lift your head back to center. And again, bring your chin down towards your chest. Just big deep breaths. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Let's sweep that left foot around to the side, creating that letter Z shape. If that is not great for your knee, you're going to extend that left leg straight out. Otherwise, knee is tucked under. And we take that right hand to the outside, left arm reaches up. Open the chest, reach it back. Oh, feel that stretch across the chest to the front of the shoulder. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, hollow your tummy and chest. Reach that left hand through and back. And then roll it back open, reach it up. And as you exhale, continue to open, looking back over that left arm. One more time, reach it up. And as you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, reach it through. Roll it open, reach it high, and let that left arm float down, taking a hold of the outside of the leg or the outside of the ankle. Right arm comes up and over. Again, it doesn't matter if that left knee is bent or that left leg is straight. Place that right hand to the mat. We're just going to lift the hips. Breathe and reach it back. And gently bring your bottom back down. Take a hold of the outside of that left leg. Right arm goes up and over. And one more time, we're going to lift that bum. So again, it doesn't matter if that leg is long or if the knee is bent. Either is fine. And gently release it back down. And we pull that left foot in. And we're going to cross. So now that left leg is in front. Hands are down by your sides, pressing your palms down towards the ground. As you exhale, chin to chest. And we're just going to gently roll the head from one side to the other. It does not matter which side you go first. Just going side to side at your pace. Gentle. Taking care. Let's do one more each direction. And meet back chin to chest. If you need a couple more, take the time, do them. Chin to chest. With the chin towards the chest, roll those shoulders up and back and let your shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, head up nice and tall, reach it high. We're going to bend that left elbow, hand behind your head. Circle that right arm around behind and reach up. Touch those fingertips if you can touch them. Get as close as you can if you can't quite touch them. And then we're going to circle those arms up and over, and that right arm bends. Left arm reaches up. Reach towards those fingertips as close as you can get them. And again, we circle those arms back up and over and reach. How close can you get to those fingertips? And again, switch. Just take your time. Reach it up, reach it down. Extend that right arm. And then the left. Cactus arms. Turn your palms to face front and pull those elbows back and down. We're going to do 3 of them. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, pull it down. Looking up if that feels okay. Once more, reach it up. And exhale, pull it down. And inhale, reach it up. And gently release that right hand down, left arm up and over. And let's just sway side to side twice each direction. Both sit bones are glued to the mat and you're just moving at your pace. Big, full, deep breath. Just gently swaying. That lateral flexion through the spine. So important. Our rotations, our flexions, our extensions, all the different ways we can move that spine. Both arms come up, reach it high, and gently float those arms down by your sides. And we come to that left hip, kick that right foot around. If you need to extend that right leg, please do. Otherwise, that knee is tucked under. Shifting out onto that left hand, right arm reaches up. And as you exhale, let that right arm open all the way back. Stretching through the front of the chest. Inhale, reach it high. And as you exhale, hollow your tummy and chest, reach it through and back as far as you can. Roll it open, reach it high. And as you exhale, let that arm continue to open out to the back, following with your gaze. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. One more time, we pass it through. We roll it open, we reach it high, and gently float that right arm down. Left arm goes up and over. Again, doesn't matter if that right leg is straight or bent, you take care of yourself. Inhale it back up, left hand down, reach it up, lift those hips, and lengthen and reach. And gently bring your bottom back down. Right hand floats to the outside of your leg, left arm up and over. One more time, left hand down, right arm up. We lift those hips and reach it back. And gently set your bottom back down. Let's stay on that left hip and kick that right foot all the way around. We can either be to the base of the knee or cross to the top of the knee. And we're going to pull that knee in nice and tight and work to get that right sit bone back to the mat. Pulling that knee in and just this nice stretch in that outer hip. Feels good to you. Wrap the crook of that left elbow around the knee. Pull it in and turn and look back over your right shoulder. Find your breath. And gently release that rotation, and we switch legs. Left leg crosses either to the front of the knee or to the top of the knee, and we work to get that left sit bone back down. Pulling that left knee in, sit up as tall as you can. You can stay right here facing front, or wrap the crook of that right elbow around the knee, sit up as tall as you can, and turn and look back over that left shoulder. And just breathe. And slowly releasing, turning back to face front. Kick that left foot around. Let's come up onto all fours to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, core's nice and strong. We're going to inhale and extend left arm and right leg. Our bird dog, or our spinal balance, we're long from fingertips to toes, making sure that we're not arching our back, but staying up nice and tall. Should feel those glutes engaged on that right side for sure. Pressing through that back heel, flex that right foot. Breathe. And then point. As you exhale, draw the elbow and knee in, hollow your tummy and chest, lift that spine, and then reach it back out to that horizontal line. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach it out. 2 more times, pull it in. Reach it out. Once more, pull it in. Reach it out. And set it down. Back to tabletop. And we shift our weight, extending right arm and left leg, lengthening and reaching in opposition, squaring the pelvis, lifting out of that left shoulder, strong through the glute, feeling that left glute intensify, add a flex of that left foot. Breathe. And point. As you exhale, draw the elbow and knee in, hollow your tummy and chest. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in. And inhale, reach it out. One more, pull it in. Reach it out. And set it down. Tuck your toes, lift your knees just an inch off of the mat. Now you can stay still, or if you want to add a little challenge, we're going to step one foot forward with that left hand and right foot, and then step it back to that bear crawl or hovering tabletop. Right hand, left foot, back to that hover, and extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Alternate bending knees, walk it out. Now your stance might be a little bit narrower than your normal down dog. That's okay. No need to adjust. As you exhale, let both heels sink. And we inhale it back to that hovering tabletop. You can continue to hold that hovering tabletop. Or again, we step forward, right foot, left hand. And back. Other side, step it forward. Step it back. And extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. And alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Just those big deep breaths. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Upper body is heavy. Head's heavy. I just want you to kind of play with the weight distribution, side to side, right to left, front to back. And just notice what you feel as you shift your weight. Heavy to one side, then the other side, heavy to the front of the feet and to the back of the feet. Now shift your weight to your heels. Bend your knees so that you can easily reach your toes. And we're going to take one finger between each toe. So index finger between your big toe and the second toe, and then all the way down to where your pinky slides in between that fourth and fifth toe. It doesn't have to be pretty. And then we're going to tuck those fingers underneath. And the same thing on the other foot. So you might notice one side's a little easier to get those fingers in between those toes. And then just relax the weight of your upper body down. Just breathe. I like to have my thumb kind of just below the big toe, that bone on the outside of your foot. And a little gentle press with your index finger, and a little gentle press with your thumb to straighten out that big toe a little bit. If ever you deal with bunions, or if your feet just get super tired, if you do a ton of walking, running, any of that, it can feel really good to have that space between your toes and to get that little pressure. And then just relax your hands. Lift one foot to release your fingers. Lift the other toes to release your fingers, and just hang in forward fold. And ever so slowly ragdoll your way up. Stacking each and every vertebra, one at a time. And a big shoulder roll at the top. And shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. Make it big. Big as you can. And let those shoulders slide down and away. We stand tall to mountain. Turn your palms to face front. Standing tall, chest tall and proud. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Back knee can come to the mat if you like. Otherwise, knee is off, and we circle those arms back and up and overhead to our crescent lunge. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Stay low in that right leg. As you exhale, bend that back knee, that left knee just a little bit. And then once again, extend it long. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And sink. Bend that back knee. And extend. Circle the arms forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. And extend right leg high. And gently release it down to down dog. Feet are hip width apart. Spread your fingers wide, hands are shoulder width apart. Lift your sit bones and feel that length down the backs of the legs. Let's inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. Exhale, lift your hips back to your down dog. Inhaling it back to your high plank. And exhaling it to down dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling it to high plank. And exhaling it to down dog. Hold your down dog. And we bend that right knee, left heel presses towards the mat. Just let your pelvis shift. Let that right knee be heavy. Press that left heel towards the mat. And then switch, left knee bends, right heel. Pressing heavily towards the mat, allowing that pelvis to shift, just noticing that stretch, that sensation in the lower back, the hips, the hamstrings, the calves. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And let your heels gently sink. We inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. As you exhale, right arm down, left arm high, lean in and reach, standing lateral flexion. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, left arm down, right arm high. Lean in and reach. Look up to find the base of that right thumb. Inhale, both arms reach high. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, giant step back with your right foot. Back knee to the mat if you like. Otherwise, knee is off. And those arms circle up and overhead to our crescent lunge. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And exhale, sink. Stay low in that left leg. Bend that right knee. Feeling a deeper stretch down the front of that right leg. And extend. And rise. Exhale and sink. Bend that right knee. Little bit of a pelvic tilt. Deeper stretch in that hip flexor. And extend. Circle those arms to the back. Big circle of those arms around. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips. Sweep it back. And extend. Left leg high. And gently release it down to down dog. Inhaling it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through up dog. Adding an optional push up here only if you like, otherwise right into your down dog. Breathe. Feet hip width apart. Always adjusting if you need to. Head's heavy. End of your exhale, take the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And as you exhale, take a giant step back. Open out to the side. Turn your toes out to the outside corners of your mat. Inhale, reach it high. And as you exhale, hands to heart center, bend those knees. Sink low. Breathe. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and sink. Take those arms down towards the ground. Circle that left arm up and over. And we're going to sway side to side. Coming back through center. Right arm up, left arm down. And just sway. Just staying low in those legs. Maneuvering side to side. As gracefully as you can. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just feel good. Let's go one more time each side. Firing up those legs, those obliques. Coming back to center, arms open out to a T. And we rise, hinging halfway over. Releasing that right hand, rotating and reach. Left arm high, allow that pelvis to shift. Reach up just as high as you can. Extend out of the shoulders. Circling that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find your right thigh, hold on to it. Now we can keep that right hand supporting us. Or if you like, reach that right hand across to that left ankle. Use the strength of that right arm to rotate you even deeper. Breathe. Be nice to your body. Releasing that right hand below us once again. Extend that left arm high. And slowly release that left hand down. Left hand takes the place of the right. We rotate and reach. Right arm high. Allowing that pelvis to shift. Nice long stretch down the inside of that left leg. Circling that right arm around behind your back. Forearm along the small of the back. If you can find that left thigh, hold on to it. Breathe. Now again, that left arm can stay there for support, or you can reach that left hand over to the outside of your right ankle, using the strength of that left arm to rotate us a little bit more. Releasing that support, making the body work just a little bit harder. Be nice. Releasing that left hand below you once again for support. Right arm extends up, and gently release that right hand down. With support of those hands, heel toe your feet in once, and then toe your feet in. So the big toes are turned towards one another, and we let that upper body be heavy. Just bending the elbows, let gravity do the work. Even out your weight as best you can. Not too heavy in the front of the feet, not too heavy in the heel of the foot. Inhale, lift just slightly, support with those hands. Once again, just turn your toes out. And once again, release the weight of the upper body back down. Walk your hands through your legs and walk your hands back as far as you can walk them. A little tuck of your chin up towards your chest and a little shift of your weight forward into your toes. As we pull those hands through the legs, there's this tendency to rock back heavily into your heels. I just want you to rock forward as much as you can and feel that deeper stretch down the backs of the legs and down that spine. We pull those hands back through, just let them hang. Ever so slowly ragdoll your way up, one vertebra at a time. As you reach the top, roll those shoulders up and back and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach it high. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms face up. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Turn and look up along the inside of that right arm. Press through that right palm. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. And as you exhale, we lean it to the right, pressing through that left palm. Turn and look up along the inside of that left arm. Inhaling it back up nice and tall, releasing those arms out to a T. We're going to turn to the left. We're going to reach through those right fingertips and then slowly hinge it down, tapping those right fingertips to the floor if you're able. And then we rise, circling that right arm back up and over, arms out to a T. And that left arm reaches up and over, and we reach down towards the floor, reaching out as far as you can. And then we rise, reaching it back up, core strong. We're going to do that one more time each side. If you need to bend that leg that you're coming towards, left knee can bend just slightly if you need to. Maybe you don't reach the floor quite all the way down, and then we circle it back up and over. One more time. Left arm goes up and over. Reach, tap, and rise all the way back up. Arms out to a T. Heel toe those feet back open to that wide stance. Rotate palms, reach it high. Grand plie down, sunflowers. Bend those knees, sweep the arms down, keep the chest tall, reach it back up overhead. Little fingertip tap. 3 more. Just make it as big as feels good to you. Just slow and steady, doesn't have to be super fast. Let's do 1 more. Reach it high and then gently let those arms float all the way down to a T. We shift those left toes towards the top of the mat, right toes towards the top corner of the mat, and bend that left knee, sinking low into our warrior 2. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit, and exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten, and exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten that front leg, open the pelvis to the side, reach it out over those left toes. When you can't reach anymore, left arm down, right arm high for triangle. It's as high as you can reach. We're mindful of where their arms are, so we're not letting that right arm be heavy and fall behind us. We're reaching up, creating space in that shoulder joint. Rotating that right palm towards the front, reach it up and over. Breathe. As you exhale, release that right hand to the inside of that left foot. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust your feet. Rotate and reach. Left arm high. Reach it up as high as you can. Again, mindful that we're not letting that left arm just be heavy, but we're reaching up as though we were going to touch the ceiling. Breathe. As you exhale, slowly release that left hand down. One hand on either side of your foot. Front knee bends, back heel comes off of the mat to a runner's lunge. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, front toes lift, back heel down, square your hips, draw your nose towards your knee. Inhale back to that runner's lunge, bending that left knee. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, front toes lift, back heel down, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. Back heel back to the mat. We rise all the way up to our warrior one. Breathe. Back heel down, back leg long and strong. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Once more, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Open the arms, open the pelvis, back to our warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Shift your left toes in, right toes open, and sink into your warrior two on the right. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Next one, we straighten. We keep it straight. Opening the pelvis to the side, reaching out over those right toes. When you can't reach anymore, right arm down, left arm high. Breathe. Lengthening and extending. Reaching up towards the ceiling. Gaze can be wherever you need it to be for your neck to be happy. We rotate that left palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Arm right along the side of your face. Breathe. As you exhale, release that left hand down to the inside of your foot. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust your feet. Rotate and reach. Right arm high. Revolve triangle. Extending out of that right shoulder. Up through the tips of the fingers on that right hand. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Mindful that we're not hollowing out the tummy and the chest. Breathe. As you exhale, releasing that right hand down, hand on either side of your foot, front knee bends, back heel comes off of the mat to a runner's lunge. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, back heel down, front toes lift, square your pelvis, draw your nose towards your knee. Inhale back to your runner's lunge. Hip flexor down the front of that left leg, glutes. As you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, back heel down, square your pelvis, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to your runner's lunge. Place that back heel to the mat. We stand tall, coming up to our warrior one. Back leg long and strong, back foot at about a 45-degree angle. Outside edge of that left foot pressing into the mat. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Breathe. Open those arms out to a T. Find a focal point out in front of you and shift your weight forward up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, press up onto that right leg. Add a flex of that left foot and slowly roll it open. Lengthening and extending from fingertip to fingertip. Breathe. Slowly, we turn the tummy and chest down towards the ground. We hinge it as deeply into our warrior three as we wish, squaring the pelvis, pressing through that back heel. Slowly, we begin to rise, pulling that left knee forward, hands to heart center. Breathe. Gently, we open it back up, arms open out to a T. We press that left leg back. Bending that right knee, giant step back to your warrior one. And exhale it back to your warrior two. Inhale, lift and tap, straightening that front leg, shift your right toes in, left toes out, and we sink back to our warrior one, or warrior two on the left side. Inhale, lift and tap, shift your toes, and sink. Warrior two on the right. Inhale, lift and tap, shift your right toes, shift your left toes, and sink. Breathe, sweep that right arm forward, shift your pelvis, Back to our warrior one. Open those arms out to a T. Find a focal point out in front. Shift your weight forward. As you're ready, press up onto that left leg. Add a flex to that right foot and slowly roll it open. Breathe, extending from fingertip to fingertip. Opening the tummy and chest to the side. Breathe. Slowly we rotate back to our warrior three. Find your breath, square your pelvis, sink as deeply into your warrior three as you wish. And slowly we begin to stand tall as you pull that right knee through, hands to heart center, knee bends to 90 degrees. Breathe, checking in with your breath. We once again open it back out to a T and press that right foot back to your warrior three. Bending that supporting leg, giant step back to your warrior one. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. We open to warrior two. Breathe. Inhale, lift and tap. Shift those left toes in, right toes open, and we sink warrior two on the right. Inhale, lift and tap. Shift the feet and sink. We're going to take it one more time back to the right. Inhale, lift and tap. Shift your feet and sink. Sweep that left hand forward. Turn back to face front to your warrior one. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back and extend. Right leg high. And gently release it down to down dog. Great work. And just alternate bending knees. Walk it out. As you exhale at both heels, sink. You're welcome to hold your down dog. Grab a drink of water or inhale it to high plank. Holding your plank, toes or knees, hands or forearms. Or if you like, we have 3 push-ups. Elbows go straight back. They don't have to be super deep push-ups. Just a slight bend in the elbow, just to fire up those triceps and make the body work a little bit harder. Lift your hips to down dog. And shift your weight to your left foot. Right toes reach high. Exhale and sweep that right knee through, foot to the inside to pigeon pose. Chest is lifted, core is strong. If that is not great for your knee, come over onto that right hip and pull that back leg in. Let's walk it forward. Either fully extending those arms or stacking your hands and just relax the weight of the upper body down. Breathing into whatever you need. Whatever part of your body is talking the loudest. Send some love there. And slowly, when you're ready, walk your hands back up. Hands on either side of your knee. Tuck the back toes. Lift the hips. Step it back to plank. Again, you can lift those hips right into your down dog, or we have 3 more push-ups here. Slow and steady. Mindful movements. Purposeful and deliberate, but be nice. And lift your hips to down dog. Shifting your weight to your right foot. Left toes reach high. Exhaling and sweeping that left knee through, foot to the inside to your pigeon pose on the left side. Be nice. Checking in with that left knee. If you need to come over onto that left hip, even if you didn't know you needed to take care of your knee, be nice. Breathe. Checking in. I need pigeon pretty bad today, apparently. Walking those hands out. I hope it feels good. Challenge is always good, but just make sure that it feels good instead of painful. We don't want pain. Just a holy cow. I didn't realize I needed that bad. Those are always good. Even when you don't know that that's where you should have gone today. Those little surprises are always good. Couple more good breaths. When you're ready, walk your hands back up. Hands on either side of your knee. Tuck your back toes. Step it back to plank. Super slow. Crocodile down. Take your time. You can just hold plank. You can be in child's pose. Whatever you need to do. If you're joining me for that super slow, slow. Press it through up dog. And press it back to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long. Breathe. Let's bend the elbows, place the forearms to the mat, bring your palms to touch, and spread your fingers wide. Just a gentle touch of the palms of the hands. And then we bend the elbows and bring the heels of the hands to the back of the head. And now just relax as best you can. Check in with your breath. Go ahead and extend those arms when you're ready. Walk your hands back, lift your bum off of your heels, tuck your toes, and walk your hands back. We're going to come up onto the toes. And we're just going to curl ourselves into a tight little ball. Now, if you want to bring your heels down, that is absolutely fine. If the heels don't come down and you just want to stay up on the balls of the feet, it's just a little more challenging for balance, for sure. Just turn yourself into a little ball. And then gently release those hands. Bring your hands slightly behind you and come on down onto your mat. Slide on down towards the top of your mat and extend those legs out long. Flex your feet, reach it high. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward, reach it out. Release your hands and relax the weight of your head. We have a little bit more work to do. Inhale, reach it out. Circle those arms all the way around behind. Fingertips are going to point back towards your bottom. Lean back onto your hands, point your toes. I invite you to lift your chest on this one. We're going to do 3 of these. On the other 2, if you want to lift your hips, you can. And then gently release back to that neutral spine. Big circle of those arms up and over. Flex your feet. Lengthen, hinge it forward, reach it out. Release. Relax as best you can. This next one, we inhale and reach it out. Hinge it up. Circle the arms around behind. If you are taking special care of your shoulders, I invite you to keep your bum down. If you wish, point those toes and lift your hips. Reverse plank. And gently release your bottom back down. Flex your feet, circle those arms back up and over, and we hinge it forward. We have one more. So you can decide if you want to lift the hips or you just want to lift the chest and keep your bum connected to the mat. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Circle those arms around behind you. Fingertips point toward your bottom. Lean back onto your hands. Point your toes and lift the chest or lift the hips. Breathe. And gently release it back down. Sit up nice and tall. Flex your feet. As you exhale, the back of your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Rotate and reach in a diagonal line. Lengthen through those right fingertips. As you exhale, draw that back hand forward. Bring your palms to touch. Inhale, one hand on either side of your feet. Reach it out, reach it up. And as you exhale, the back of the right hand to the outside of your left foot. Rotate and reach in a diagonal line. Extend through those left fingertips. Breathe. Drawing that back hand forward, palms touch. Inhale, one hand either side of your feet, reach it out, hinge it up. Soften your feet, lower your arms, and slowly take it back. One vertebra at a time, coming all the way down. And relax. Draw your right foot in by your bottom and then your left. Bring your hands down by your sides, palms to the floor. Feet are parallel, hip width apart. Knees right in line with those hips. Little pelvic tilt so that the small of the back presses into the mat. And then we begin to press through the heels as you lift your hips towards the sky. As you lift those hips, peeling your spine off the mat as though it were a string of pearls, lifting one pearl at a time all the way up to bridge. Up to our bridge pose, being mindful we're not flaring those knees out and that those glutes are engaged. Feeling that nice stretch through the front of the hip flexors. And then ever so slowly bring it back down one vertebra at a time. Don't let those knees flare open. Mindful and aware. Till your bottom is the very last to touch. Arms open out to a T. Cross that right ankle over your left knee and just gently press that right knee out and away. Take both knees to the left, like you're going to try and touch the sole of your foot to the floor. And a little press of that right knee out and away from you. I hope this has all felt oh so good. We found some challenges along the way. You've found some release along the way. Slowly bring it back through center and let's take both knees to the right, outside of your right ankle, pressing against the outside of that left knee, and just let gravity take a hold. Slowly coming back through center, placing that right foot to the mat, crossing your left ankle over the right knee, opening that left knee out to the side, and we slowly take both knees to the right. Like you're going to touch that left sole of the foot to the ground, and that little press of that left knee out and away, just using the strength in the leg. We don't need the use of the hand, just a gentle press away. And then we're going to slowly shift it to the other side, coming back through center and taking both knees to the left, outside of that left ankle, pressing against the outside of the right knee. Let gravity do the work. You just breathe. And slowly we bring it back to center, drawing that left knee in towards your chest. And then the right, hands to your shins, just below your knees, pull it in. Feels good to you, extend those legs, shift your hands behind the legs, use the strength of the arms to pull those legs in towards your upper body. Just soft feet. If you want to intensify, slowly flex your feet, drawing those toes back. If you like, lift your upper body. You can wrap your forearms behind your calves if you like and really use the strength of those arms. We gently bend those knees and release the weight of the upper body back down. Placing one foot to the mat and then the other, allowing the knees to open out wide, soles of the feet come together, hands just resting on your pelvis. Reclined butterfly. If reclined butterfly is not your very favorite, if it's hard, see if you can just embrace it. If it's painful, go ahead and extend those legs out long to corpse pose. We'll meet you there in just a second. If corpse pose isn't your favorite and you'd rather be on your side, your tummy, or in a seated position, feel free to head there as we begin our transition to Shavasana. As you are ready, gently closing those knees. And again, you are welcome to come to corpse pose, extending those legs out long, one at a time. You're welcome to roll to your side into more of a little fetal position if you like. You can roll onto your tummy. Or if it feels good to you, you come up to a seated position. And we're just going to take a moment to find that place for Shavasana where the body can totally relax, where your breath flows evenly and effortlessly, where we are able to draw in and inhale to a count of 4 and a slow, steady exhale to a count of 4. Our box breathing, quieting the mind, the body, the nervous system, promoting oxygen flow and energy flow as we have worked hard to remove any and all blockages. We stay quiet here with our breath flowing, letting go of the rest of the world. Those inhales drawing in that fresh new oxygen we need to energize and replenish the energy we so freely give away. And those exhales calming to the head, the heart, the spirit. We feel the weight of our body heavy against the earth. There's a softness, a sense of peace within the stillness here. We find patience within the stillness. We find tranquility here. We are focused and we are present within each and every breath. We celebrate the day, this gift of time on our mat and time together. We gently draw one knee in towards the chest and then the other. Just wiggling the toes, pointing and flexing the feet. If it feels good to you, rocking side to side. And taking the time you need whenever you're ready. Coming back up to a seated position that feels good to you and just sit up nice and tall. Rest your hands comfortably, wherever that may be. Close your eyes and take just a couple more big, deep cleansing breaths. Gently open your eyes, take a big breath in, reach it high. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. And as always, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that was everything you needed and maybe even a little bit more. Take care of yourself, be well. And as always, the light in me honors the light in you, which means namaste.